Letters from Hell, June 4th, 1864, Bermuda, Virginia. I'm on the James River above the city point 15 miles from Richmond, Virginia. We have been here a month today and have had 2 hard battles and lost a great many men in both battles, but we won them. Since then, we have fallen back in our entrenchments, and they have tried to drive us out but can't. The last news is that General Grant's army is within 7 miles of Richmond. All day yesterday, the heaviest cannonading I ever heard was going on, and it kept up until 10 o'clock last night. I had letters from Levi and Chauncey. They were in Fort Cass near Washington, D.C. They had been ordered to move, have gone to reinforce General Grant's army. I have been with the hospital department helping care for the sick and wounded since the battles on May the 10th. Note, this is in reference to the Battle of Spotsylvania Courthouse, May 8th to 24th, 1864. The hospital is back of the trenches, out of range of the enemy's guns. I'm up most of the night, am again troubled with the dysentery, but have only 4 more weeks to stay in service. 3 years is a long time to be away from one's home ties, and I have never been away on leave of absence since I joined the regiment 2½ years ago. Not even a day, and never been sick, so as to go to the hospital. I give thanks to my Father above who has gone with me through it all, and am very anxious to get home to see you all. Hoping this cruel war will soon be over, the sight of so much bloodshed and mangled bodies makes me sick. I am sick of war. These heartfelt words appear in one of the letters written by my great-grandfather Castleton Roscoe to his parents, Levi and Eliza Stockwell Roscoe, who lived in Milan, Ohio during the American Civil War. The letter's in a booklet prepared by my great-aunt Ellen Angeline Smith Roscoe and printed by my grandfather Pearl, editor and publisher of the Vermilion News, in 1930. The men he mentioned, Levi and Chauncey, were 2 of his 7 brothers. Another brother, Ransom, also served in the Union Army during the war. All survived. That war, as many already know, was the deadliest war in American history. An estimated 750,000 soldiers, as well as an undetermined number of civilians, were killed during the conflict. Some historians estimate that nearly 10% of all Northern males 20 to 45 years old and 30% of all Southern white males aged 18 to 40 were killed during the 4-year struggle between the states. Though Castleton held the rank of musician, he was a fifer. While in the service, he was hardly immune from the abject misery of the experience. While garrisoned at Fredericksburg, Virginia in May of 1862, he wrote, "I still have my cough, but have stood the marching as well as any of them. We have to play the fife all the time on marching. If not, we will be put in handcuffs," despite the fact that the primary duty of the field musician was one of boosting morale on long marches. On the battlefields, their duties, as previously indicated, also included carrying stretchers and assisting medical staffs. This duty is especially reflected in a June 24, 1862 letter, as he described his experiences at the First Battle of Winchester, Virginia. "Before we left Winchester, we had an awful battle. General Shields had his left arm broken. This was the most terrible sight I ever saw. Regiment after regiment charged up all the time, yelling and hollering amid the awful roar of cannons and musketry. It was at this time one of our homeboys fell, Henry Gibbs. He was shot through the left lower jaw, passing clear through, cutting his tongue, and when I found him, had been carried and laid in an old brick building alone in a corner, on a little hay with only a bit of oilcloth thrown over him. I tried to make him as comfortable as I could, then I had to go and help others, as I had to go back of the firing line and help the nurses carry in the wounded." Note, Mr. Gibbs survived his wounds, returned home to Milan, and was appointed postmaster in 1873. He died in 1879. Castleton served 3 years and 9 months with Company K of the 67th Ohio Infantry Regiment. He mustered out of the service in January 1865. Although the war had exacted a significant toll on his health, upon his return home he eagerly took up work as a carpenter and millwright, occupations he pursued for nearly 50 years thereafter, married, and had a son. In 1904, he supervised the construction of a building on Grand Street in Vermilion to be used as a newspaper office, print shop, and home by his son, my grandfather, Pearl Roscoe. And it was there, shortly after the break of dawn on a Wednesday morning in May of 1918, that he passed quietly into the yesteryear. Though his war is long over, it is yet to be forgotten. Perhaps 'tis best that none ever do.
Reference: the Roscoe family, their advent to Ohio, and Civil War.